squishy legend. The Great Hall is going to be the stage for game number 1, and let's see how Macheeete's survivability plays against Blaze and Acno. This is the first time that these two teams are going to be meeting all brackets.
Now, one thing that shows Fozey Macheeete's ability as a 2v2 team is, like, when Macheeete was dying early, you were seeing that reflected in his numbers, but you were also seeing it reflected in Fozey's. Oh, okay, the disconnect, I believe, I don't know if that was in time. How many? Did they get 10 seconds?
I think it's in the first 10 or 15
thought it was
seconds.
10.
Either way.
It was definitely past 10 for sure.
Well, we'll find out in a moment based off the score screen. All right.
Because we're this deep in the bracket, they might just give it to him, but I actually don't know. But the point I was trying to make before that happened was that you were also seeing it reflected in Fozey's numbers. You were seeing huge KOs, huge damage numbers as well. So the fact that Fozey was able to capitalize on that, that is something that a lot of teams struggle to do. You'll have one team member just get taken out of the game, do 100 damage, 200 damage, and then you won't see the other person doing high 600s, low 700s, 800s damage. But you are seeing that from Fozey. So even when that mistake is made, there is still something that makes up for it in the long run.
So it seems as though we're going back to the stage that we were just on and getting into the real game number 1 between these two teams. Very excited about it, as we've got Jala and Olgrim versus Taros and Koji.
So we are getting a full redo of that game. We are jury strike that one from the record. We're going to cross that out. We're going to redact it. That last game did not happen. Forget all about it. This is game 1.
Here we go. Already fighting off stage. That is a classic Fozey Macheeeete thing. It's usually the right side of the stage, too. It's at the left. That doesn't seem to be the case when they're doing that off-stage gameplay. Macheeeete and Fozey going back for center now. Acno using a down just to get the heck out of dodge. Sidestick hits, and he gets immediately punished.
Tazza,
that weapon throw comes in.
If you're in a 2D fighting game, do you like to be on the left attacking the person to the right or on the other side?
You know, I've never thought about it.
Okay.
So I don't. Yeah,
well, I'm just going to make a generalization that I can't really back up, but I assume most people want to be on the left attacking to the right, so that might be why it's on the right side, because you have the wall to your left, you put your back to the wall, and then you're attacking the person to the right.
I have some evidence that I can back up to that, and that is usually 2D platformers in general, when they were side scrollers, would scroll from left to right.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's very smart. So that might be why people will fight on the right more often than the left.
Yeah, that's interesting. Anyways, I'm not sure if that's applying to everybody there, but that is a very curious psychological observation as we're going into the game 1 of this losers finals, and it's a solid lead for the blue team. They just lost their 2 stocks, but yes, Macheeeete and Fozey both equally damaged as they are at a little bit of a deficit, and both just surprisingly goes down first.
Down air almost sent Macheeeete off the top of that high ceiling. We mentioned it earlier. Neutral air still not KOing off the top. Neutral air still not KOing off the top.
Let's see what happens here. Macheeeete trying to get back on the stage. It's a weird situation for Macheeeete, and honestly, I feel like it's a boon to have that stock lost in that fashion and not have your teammate take too much damage. And I say that, and then Fozey gets hit 4 times. Because oftentimes you just want to be in a position where you can actually help your teammate. But now Fozey's so damaged that a number of attacks on the left or right side of the stage could do it. I mean, if Taros gets a Hail Mary side stick on the Fozey right now, I think that would actually just take the stock.
It might. Definitely if he's on like the left side of that soft platform, I definitely think it would. Even on the main stage, I think you're exactly right. Fozey down air sending him below. And now it's Fozey who is the one first taken out of this game. Macheeeete might be right behind him. The GC Insig from Acno calling out the recovery from Macheete's Lance. Still kept it going. That side sig from Blaze. That's 4 stocks that the blue team still had before they fell.
All right, let's see some adaptations. Out of all of the games that I've seen today, that was the first one where it was just kind of like, oh man, Blaze and Acno are just running through the bracket. And that's not that doesn't fit the opinion that I've developed for Fozey Macheeeete throughout the day, right? This is the team that was in winners finals, bringing it to game 5 against Pavelski and the Ninja 729. That was a explosive match in favor of Acno and Blaze. It never even once felt like momentum was going to go back into the other team's favor. Let's see what they've got for game number 2. Some serious adjustments are going to have to be made.
Yeah, keep in mind, Fozey and Macheeeete are not just some randoms who happen to luck their way into this part of the bracket. Extremely high power-ranked players. I believe the stats were 5th earlier in terms of team power rankings. So incredible team from Fozey and Macheeeete, but that also goes to show you just how dang good Blaze and Acno are. That's the reason they've won every tournament after September 29th, 2019, is because they are this good. There is such a discrepancy between Blaze and Acno and everyone else. It's like, I think I've mentioned this before, it's like billionaires. Fozey and Macheeeete, yeah, they got 1 billion, they got 2 billion. That's a lot of money. That's pretty bog. But Blaze and Acno, they're Bezos. They're Elon Musk, baby. All the other billionaires look like pores compared to Bezos and Elon Musk.
Oh, we got the first legend swap from Fozey all tournament, at least that I've seen. Onto Xavier Woods, epic crossover for Bodvar, and the Undertaker for Macheeeete, epic crossover for Thor. Thor, a very classic pick for doubles that kind of fell out of favor as a lot of the more prominent features of his kits got nerfed into being balanced. I think before Thor was just able to recover with his signatures way too effectively. Or neutral sig in that case being one of the things that got changed. And then his popularity fell off. So it's interesting seeing them bring this out in game number 2. Let's see how he's able to do it. Macheeeete definitely has experience on the character Fozey, on a more, probably just a character that he's had more experience on the Brawlhalla, considering that Bodvar has been around since the beginning. The game is pretty even.
And I'm going to have trouble finding Macheeeete on Brawlhalla because he has weird letters in his name.
Also, just a lot of letters in his name.
So I don't actually know what his legend level is with this Thor.
Yeah. Let's see how this plays out. Nice sider from Blaze. And that will do it. Wow, I'm surprised that Fozey's still alive, and now he's not. As it is 6 stocks to 4. The team combo immediately starts on the Macheeeete. Neutral Sig doesn't hit, but they continue to get even more damage on the Thor. Tanky legend, but I mean, get hit 10 times, doesn't really matter how tanky you are, as Acno just hits several recoveries in a row. I mean, this is, Acno and Blaze definitely seem to be freestyling a little bit in game number 2. A lot of gravity cancel unarmed downlights coming out.
Going to get a little bit of double blue team damage onto Macheeeete, and that's actually going to lead to his death there. Oh man, almost found that sidelight as well. That would have led to some serious damage, but a good amount of damage was done onto Fozey's stock while Macheeeete was respawning, to the point that I believe he's in red, or at least one hit away from red. That ground pound, Acno's going to interrupt it early there by going on the platform instead of holding down. Going to get the KO onto Fozey, and now they turn their sights onto Macheeeete, basically doing what they just did to Fozey, getting the KO. So cool. Blaze and Acno still with 4 stocks, just like last game.
Oh, let's go. Recovery the cider off the top. Gets the downer to send Fozey to the left, and Fozey's just like, what am I doing? What do I have? That's oh, he makes it back.
Fozey saying, why am I still here? It's just a suffer. And there, he's going to die. Acno and Blaze take it out. It at least went down to 3 stocks for the blue team before it was
I've
over.
I've watched a lot of Brawlhalla, Sparky, and this is a struggle for Fozey Macheeeete for sure. Blaze and Acno are sweeping the floor here. This is rough. Let's see what they got for game number 3. I really want to see some. They're like. The photo talked earlier with me about like a break glass in case of emergency legend pick, and at this point they're just breaking glass, right? Like they're desperately searching for something. I think I saw a Scarlet hover. Yeah, Scarlet and Olgrim are going to be coming out for game number 3. Blaze and Acno are destroying them. Let's see if they've got what it takes on this game number 3 to start the reverse 3-0, or is this going to be it? Are Blaze and Acno going to go to grand finals off of this next game? We're about to find out.
I would not have expected this dominant of a performance from Blaze and Acno
based on what today.
Based on what we saw today.
3, 2, 1.
It was very impressive.
Even just normally, I don't know that I would expect a 4-stock into a 3-stock. A 3-stock that was almost a 4-stock.
Let's see what Fozey's able to do on the Scarlet. Definitely used to seeing Fozey on the Scarlet. Let's see how it plays out here. As opening up so far, blue team having the same lead that they usually have. Macheeeete boxing Acno away, but Blaze interrupting that sandwich by hitting Fozey away on the other side. Puts Macheeeete into a bad position. Stomp Sider doesn't quite connect. Fozey with the side sig with the friendly fire. Oh, but maybe he can turn around to a knockout for them. Blaze doesn't get the down air.
Oh,
okay.
Fozey! He wanted it too badly.
He wanted it, but he... well, anyways. He might get it anyways. But oh, Macheeeete goes down. No, Blaze somehow surviving team combo setup. Neutral sig and a neutral sig. So much damage coming onto Fozey's fresh second stock. And Acno fully charged with that side sig as long as he can. Blaze finally goes down, and Fozey, after that blunder, takes a ton of bonus damage. It is now almost on his last stock. As that alley-oop didn't quite connect, but the neutral light did. Oh, he gets a down sig. It was the fake out. He was gonna fake out again. They started the team combo and he immediately turned around with the side sig on the Fozey. They are just styling on him.
And that's why sometimes you just have to give players the benefit of the doubt. Because like in my brain, I would have saw that down sig be like, Acno, what in the world are you doing?
Acno did down sig
no
again,
shot.
yeah.
That's a good move there. And then actually, his brain is just so much bigger than mine that I was trying to process that with 4 wrinkles in there, and Acno is just a wrinkly SOB coming into this one.
Can Acno even make it back? No, he was playing a little too much on the side of the stage. Fozey with one nice timed weapon throw takes that stock really early, and despite the dominance of the blue team, the stocks are rather even. But Acno and Blaze, the momentum is completely in their favor. Ooh. It's not even like a ratio, right? It's just 100% momentum.
He's done.
The blue team. Yep.
Charge that one up. Great timing on it too from Acno.
Macheeeete gets gravity cancel sidelined. Okay, let's see if we can get it. If we can get Acno here, there's a chance. It's the smallest I've ever seen. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, Macheeeete.
And again, another 3-stock game for the blue team coming out of that one.
Yeah, Blaze and Acno are dominating. At least that team. Really well played. Fozey and Macheeeete are out at third, but that was there was I do my best to not have caster bias, right? That's a thing that exists, and I promise you, I had no bias in these games. Blaze and Acno were just a whole level above Fozey and Macheeeete in this particular best of 5. It was destruction.
Yeah, that's where the context going into this set was such a mishmash of information and details and facts and figures going into it, because you have the overall context of it's Blaze and Acno.